Pakistan Federation of Indian Export Organizations, or the Fio, has said the country's exports can surpass the $350 billion target this fiscal as growth in the manufacturing sector is expected to pick up pace. Fio also talked about other issues such as China FTA. Here is a chat with Fio President Rafiq Ahmed in conversation with our correspondent Sidhant.
With me is Rafiq Ahmed, President Fio. Sir, my first question is, what's your current view of the export scenario in the country? Exports have been growing in positive terrain for a good amount of time. What's your view on the exports?
See, although we are growing in the last 4 months in the positive terms, our growth is not to the expected line. We are only in the 8.4% growth cumulative the last 4 months. We should be growing at the level of 12 to 15%.
So coming to the trade policy likely to be announced in the next 2 to 3 weeks, do you expect some stops from the government? Any expectations?
See, what we have told the government is that first of all look into the SEZ policy. If we can remove the taxation problems in the SEZ policy, that itself will give a big jump to our exports. Secondly, we only are saying that what is at the moment current SOPs are given to the exports, the focus product, focus market, they should continue.
So you talked about FTA with China. How do you think that it can be advantageous to India?
See, you see already the big ticket imports are coming from China at a very concessional rate. Power plants, 4G, 3G, telecommunication equipment, they are all coming at a concession plan. In China, the tariff is very high. We are not able to go into Chinese market. India has a large manufacturing of the consumer items, pharmaceuticals, things, and many other things. If we can have a FTA, in the long term, it will only benefit India rather than China.
Now coming to the Russia-Ukraine crisis, we know what's happening there. Russia reeling under sanctions, Russia imposing sanctions. Russia is now looking for other markets. It has already signed a deal with China over an oil deal. How do you think that this can be an opportunity for Indian exports?
No, it is the present situation in the China-Ukraine crisis, EU versus Russia, is going to benefit India. But the benefit is there. You have to go and grab it. It is not going to happen. Russians are going to come back. We had to be present in Russia. We had to demonstrate that we have been able to be a supplier in lieu of the EU which they were getting. See, you have seen the dairy products, many of the fruits, vegetables, agro products, they have banned from EU. Those things we can supply from here. Russia is talking about importing it from Latin America.
Last and final question is on the WTO. We know what happened at WTO. The whole talks failed in a sense because of the food security issue. The talks are set to begin when the new session starts. What's your stand on the whole thing, given the fact that how do you support Indian government stand?
See, we are fully supporting of the Indian government stand. It is the benefit of the whole India's situation. We have taken the food security and everything. Leaving alone those talks, India in the trade agreement talks, what was if India would have signed, India would have eased out those procedures for exports and imports, and they would have eased out those documents. That would have benefited Indian exporters. So India should go ahead and announce voluntarily those schemes by themselves without as a signatory to the WTO, without being a signatory to the WTO, which will ease our exporters, and exports will grow. And I feel that they should go ahead and do that. Whatever has been there in the WTO agreements, they should ease it out to India, and Indian exports will grow. And we can stand by it. When they come back for negotiation, hard negotiation, we can able to agree on that later on. Thank you very much.
That was Fio's viewpoint on various issues, whether it's exports, the FTA with China, or India's stand at WTO. With camera person Sidhant, Sibal, DT News, New Delhi.